Hello everyone, I am Namrata Singh, Assistant Professor in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Lilavati Munshi College of Education. Here I am going to present on topic Nature of Science, which is under course title Teaching of Integrated Science in B.Ed Semester 2. With the help of this video, I will try to explain the nature of science. So let's start. First of all, what is science? Science is a human endeavor to understand the world around us, make meaningful pattern and relation, and to interact with the nature. It is also a dynamic and expanding body of knowledge. Why it is called expanding body of knowledge? Because it comprises of so many facts, scientific theories, laws, principles, etc. Science is a inquiry-based, organized knowledge because it follows the systematic steps under scientific method and comprises of various science process skills like observation, measurement, experimentation, making hypothesis, prediction, and all. Now move on to the concept of nature of science. The concept of nature of science is complex and multifaceted because earlier there was no consensus among philosophers of science, historians of science, scientists, and science educators on a specific definition of nature of science. Due to lack of consensus, the nature of science is multifaceted and it involves aspects of philosophy, sociology, as well as history of science. According to Leatherman, nature of science refers to the epistemology and sociology of science. Science as a way of knowing or the values and beliefs inherent to scientific knowledge and its development. Therefore, he refers nature of science is the understanding about the nature of scientific knowledge. From some international science standards document, the consensus view of nature of science was extracted, and we will discuss it now. Science is a particular way of looking at nature. Like, for example, why do stars doing things? Why do we have night and day? What is the reason behind occurrence of solar and lunar eclipse? So basically, a person with scientific attitude will believe in cause and effect relationship, will try to understand any process or any event, will find logic behind any process or any phenomenon. This person with scientific attitude will think rationally and with open-mindedness. It involves creativity as well as curiosity. Science is a rapidly expanding body of knowledge because every day newer disciplines are being discovered and older disciplines are being enriched by the contemporary researchers. Knowledge is increasing at a very fast pace. We have also seen that technology has been changed over last 5 to 10 years. Therefore, we can say science is highly dynamic body of knowledge. For example, we can have look on the how technology has changed in the digital storage. Earlier we have punch tape, then it comes magnetic tape, then it comes the era of floppy disk, then compact disk, hard drive, USB drive, and now we have cloud computing for digital storage. Science is an interdisciplinary area of learning because scientific topics fall under more than one discipline. There cannot be any rigid demarcation of one discipline from another. For example, nowadays we are studying disciplines like biotechnology, biochemistry, biophysics, geophysics, etc., in which there are combination of one or two more disciplines. Now we'll take example of interdisciplinary nature of science, in which we'll see how the physics and biology are interrelated. For example, if we take thermodynamics, which is a branch of physics that deals with study of transformation of heat into another form of energy, and if we take some of the biological process like digestion, cell division, or respiration, in which there is an exchange of energy. So we can say how the biology and the physics are interrelated. In the same way, we can relate biology with chemistry, biology with physics, and other areas also. Now, we can also say that science is a truly international enterprise. Why? Because people from all countries participate in the progress of science. International collaboration is common in most of the projects of science. We can say that science does not belong to any single country or a group of countries, and it would be morally and ethically wrong to deny the fruits of scientific development to any country in the world. For example, if any invention takes place in one country and it is beneficial for humankind, then that country will share that invention or that experiment with another country also. So it is an international enterprise. We can take example from today's scenario where whole world is under the threat of corona pandemic. Scientists and doctors from all over the world are trying hard to achieve the vaccine for this deadly virus. For this, many countries have collaborated together to work on this. Now move on to the next very important point about nature of science, which says that scientific knowledge is durable but tentative in nature, which means that scientific theories, laws, and scientific facts, they all are subject to change in light of new evidence and facts. इसलिए हम कह सकते हैं कि कोई भी साइंटिफिक थ्योरी और साइंटिफिक लॉ परमानेंट नहीं है, वो आने वाले टाइम में चेंज हो सकता है नए साइंटिफिक एविडेंसेस और साइंटिफिक फैक्ट्स के साथ। इसलिए साइंटिफिक नॉलेज को टेंटेटिव इन नेचर कहा गया है। To understand this point more clearly, I'll take one example. Earlier theory says that Earth is at the center of universe and all other planets revolve around the Earth, जिसे जियोसेंट्रिक यूनिवर्स कहा गया। ये बिलीफ इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग था कि उस टाइम ये एक रिलीजियस फेथ बन गया। जो भी इसके अगेंस्ट बोलता उसे पनिश किया जाता, उसकी बात इग्नोर की जाती। उस टाइम पे साइंटिस्ट ने गैलीलियो गैलीली ने आर्ग्यूमेंट रखा कि अर्थ इज नॉट एट द सेंटर ऑफ यूनिवर्स, बल्कि जो सन है दैट इज एट द सेंटर ऑफ यूनिवर्स एंड ऑल अदर प्लैनेट्स रिवॉल्व अराउंड द सन। लेकिन उसकी बात उस टाइम कैथोलिक चर्च ने नहीं मानी और उसे पनिश किया गया। लेकिन बाद में निकोलस कॉपरनिकस, केपलर और गैलीलियो के वर्क ने प्रूव करा कि सन इज एट द सेंटर ऑफ यूनिवर्स, जिसे हेलियोसेंट्रिक यूनिवर्स कहा गया। We take one more example to understand the tentative nature of science. Like we have different theories and models of atom. Look at these. First, we have John Dalton model of atom, which says that atom is the ultimate particle of matter and which is non-divisible. After comes the J.J. Thomson model of atom, which is also called as plum pudding model, in which atom is considered as a uniformly positively charged sphere and electrons embedded in it. After Thomson model, it comes the Rutherford model of atom, which says that atom consists of nucleus, which is concentrated in a very small volume. The nucleus comprises of protons and neutrons. The electrons revolve around the nucleus in a circular path called orbit. This model was not able to explain the stability of atom. रदरफोर्ड मॉडल ऑफ एटम के बाद नील्स बोर प्लानिटरी मॉडल ऑफ एटम आया, जिसमें कहा गया that electron move around nucleus in orbits of fixed size and energies. Energy of electron in orbit does not change with time. After planetary model, it comes the quantum model given by Schrödinger, which says the wave nature of electron and energy of electrons in atom is quantized. It is impossible to know the exact location of electron. Instead, we have the clouds of probability. So we can see that how ideas about atoms have changed over the years. Now move on to the next point, which says that science promotes skepticism, which means that person with scientific attitude or scientists, they do not believe on things as it is which comes to them. They always find a reason or logic behind a particular thing or phenomena. Scientists are highly skeptic people because they are on lookout to discover new things and they always demand suitable evidence for claims. They avoid unwarranted closure. हम कह सकते हैं कि साइंटिस्ट और द पर्सन विद साइंटिफिक एटीट्यूड किसी भी चीज पे जल्दी से विश्वास नहीं करते. उनको उसके लिए एक लॉजिक या किसी रीजन की जरूरत पड़ती है. Next, nature of science necessarily involves human inference, imagination, and creativity. Creativity and imagination are thought to be involved in designing research or experimental procedure and generating new ideas. Creativity is basically thinking outside the box. Science involves the invention of explanation, and this requires a great deal of creativity by scientists. So we can say that nature of science involve thinking or generating of new ideas and imagination. Next point is science as an approach to investigation and as a process of constructing knowledge. Because most investigations in science involve some form of scientific method to establish any scientific law or theory in science. This scientific method involves the following steps. First is to make observation. Observation is very important and necessary skill in science because to establish any cause and effect relationship for any particular phenomena, observation is required. And these observations are repeated several times. After observation, one makes a hypothesis. Because after observation of particular phenomena, various questions arise like what caused it to happen, why did this event happen. So hypotheses are basically a tentative explanation or guess for that particular questions. After hypothesis, one makes a prediction. The hypothesis is analyzed to make predictions which are verifiable by experimentation. These predictions are tested by experiment and then verification or falsification of theories through observations and controlled experiments. At last, inference or results are drawn, thus arriving at the principles, theories, and laws governing the physical world. At last, to sum up, these are the points which I have discussed in this video, which describe the nature of science. First, science is a particular way of looking at nature. Science is a rapidly expanding body of knowledge. Science is an interdisciplinary area of learning. Science is a truly international enterprise. Scientific knowledge is durable but tentative in nature. Science promotes skepticism. Nature of science necessarily involves human inference, imagination, and creativity. Science is an approach to investigation and as a process of constructing knowledge. The history of science reveals both evolutionary and revolutionary character, and scientific ideas are affected by their social and cultural milieu. These are the references from which I took help for making this video. Thank you.